Spelljammer. Spelljammer is coming, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, people were requesting Spelljammer. I really like Spelljammer. So they are going to give you what you want. Maybe, hopefully. It's going to be a three book box set for August this year. It's probably going to be along the lines, maybe, of the way they did the box sets in second edition. I don't know. Or it might be similar to that one with the Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse, where they just reprinted books and put them all together in a box set. Except that Spelljammer, hopefully, is not going to be reprinted because they're actually going to have to make it for 5th edition. So it's going to presumably should be new. The first book is a setting book, which includes 6 new playable races because we really needed more. Here we go. So literally, one of the reasons they stated for having Mordenkainen's Monsters of the Multiverse is that they had all of these different races and options scattered all over the place, and they wanted to consolidate them and put them in a book. And that's one of the reasons for reprinting all that stuff, was to get them in all in one book instead of being all over the place. And already we're starting right down the same path of putting more playable races scattered all over the place. And so anyway, Spelljammer will have 6 new playable races. I mean, how many playable races are there and classes and all these different combinations? Like, I rarely play anything out of the core handbook. I don't know. Anyway, people probably like new stuff, new shinies, so give them what they want. I'm sure there are lots of people who want that stuff. The second book is a Spelljammer monster manual. And then the third book is a Spelljammer module with 12 adventures. And so I don't know what levels they're going to span, but maybe they'll go from like levels 1 to 12 or something, which makes sense to me. Wizards doesn't usually publish anything past level 12 or 15. The game gets really tough to balance after those levels. They know that. They made the game. And so they just keep everything levels 1 to 12, 1 to 15 right in there. That's the easiest way to make modules. But they also know that most groups never get that far in the game. Most groups fizzle and die and fall apart before they ever get to the higher levels. And so when they're making adventure modules that are the lower levels, mid levels, that's smart in a variety of ways, I would say.
Our Layers and Legends Kickstarter is in its home stretch, and time is running out to back the project. Backers get 2 massive hardcovers full of 5th edition compatible Dungeon Master resources, adventures, monsters, magic items, traps, puzzles, encounters, NPCs, and more. We've been killing stretch goals, unlocking even more content for everyone, but the only way to unlock even more is to back the project on Kickstarter before it ends. Oh, and did I mention that everyone who backs at the Brass Dragon tier or above will get 14 extra 5e adventures thrown in on top of everything they're already getting? And if you missed out on getting the hardcover of Into the Fae, our last Kickstarter, it will be available with the Layers and Legends Kickstarter as an add-on. Learn more and become a Layers and Legends backer at the link below.
Dragonlance has been confirmed for late this year. Now here's the thing. We don't really know if it's a setting or a module. It could be either a setting book of the actual Dragonlance setting, or if it's a module where you have an adventure in there. We just don't know. They might end up doing kind of what they did with Strixhaven. And what they did with Strixhaven was you had a little bit of both, and they both kind of sucked. So you had a little bit of setting and then a bit of an adventure, and neither of them were that good at all. You know, Strixhaven is not better than you think. Guarantee you. Some people are upset now. Journeys through the Radiant Citadel. 13 adventures that span 16 locations. So then, there's probably going to be a lot of information about those different locations then, and that'll help fluff that book up. A new starter set. We're going to have a new starter set. How many starter sets do we have already? I think we have 3 of them, right? We have the Fandelver one. There's that one with the white dragon in it. Isn't there another one? I'm pretty sure we have. Oh, there's the Stranger Things. The Stranger Things starter set. So we already have 3 starter sets, and now we're getting a 4th starter set. Number 4, baby. It will include a new adventure. It will be designed to make it easier for new players and dungeon masters to start playing the game. Didn't the first starter set try to do that? Or the second starter set try to do that? Or maybe the third starter set? Did any of those starter sets already try to do that? I would imagine they did. But the fourth one is definitely going to do it. It will be paired with new digital tools as well. I don't know what that means. Don't know what that means. And books are going to be released in additional languages in Europe, letting more people interact with the game. Cool. So probably French, German, I would imagine, and Italian are probably going to be the main languages they're going to focus on. That would be my guess. Apparently, Wizards is not going to go all digital either. They're going to be releasing new stuff for in-person play as well. For instance, WizKids will be releasing new miniatures, and they will be Spelljammer themed as well. One of my moderators is speculating that they're going to be very expensive. They probably will be. And then there's going to be campaign cases. It sounds like there's going to be a token case, which I presume is going to be little tokens that you can use to represent like heroes and monsters and stuff. And they'll have little stickers on them. Apparently, I'm not sure of all the details on it. And there's also going to be a map tiles case, which I guess is like map tiles where you can like take out map tiles and assemble maps. That's my guess about what that will be. And apparently that's going to have stickers on it as well. So that could be interesting. I would be interested to see what the map tiles look like. That could actually be something I use, depending on what they are and how they work and all that kind of crap. Apparently Wizards is going to be releasing a new digital library. I don't think we know what that means, but they're going to release it. Apparently it's going to include a free monster compendium for subscribers. And get this, sit down for this. This monster compendium will have 10 monsters in it. 10. Count it. 10. 10 monsters in this compendium. That's a compendium. That's how you want to do compendiums. There's no other way to do compendiums than releasing 10 in your compendium. Yeah, they were super vague with the digital resources. We don't know what they're going to give us, really. Related media. Video games, baby. Video games. So they're going to be releasing a new expansion to the Neverwinter video game in June called Neverwinter Dragon Slayer. We don't know if it's going to be like downloadable content or an update or whatever, but they're going to be releasing it. Baldur's Gate 3, the early access is ongoing. When did the early access open? Didn't early access open like 2 years ago? It was like 2 years ago or something. And the release is 2023. Is this what video game people are going to just start doing? Like seriously, we're not going to finish developing the game before we sell it to you. We're going to sell you the game before it's complete, but we're going to call it early access. That way you feel special because you're getting the game before anybody else. You're getting in early at the ground floor to play this game before it's done. So they can kind of like psychologically trick you into being all excited about playing an unfinished game or something. I don't know. I don't know if this is the way of the future. And I don't know to what extent Baldur's Gate 3 was finished or to what extent it had tons of bugs and wasn't very playable. I don't know. I did not get in on the action when they had their early release. But apparently the release is coming in 2023. There's a D&D movie coming out called Honor Among Thieves. It's supposed to be released in 2023. Wizards of the Coast live play was announced. This sounds like they're going to basically be copying Critical Role and putting on their own D&D show. That's what it sounds like. And it sounds like they're going to be getting a bunch of medium to large YouTubers to play. I think the names Ginny D and Brennan Lee Mulligan were mentioned, medium to large YouTubers. I don't think they're going to ask me. I am far too critical of things They probably watch my videos and they hate me, so I won't be on there, I can tell you that. D&D Onslaught is a tactical combat board game that they'll be releasing as well.